Stop trying to control life and live now in this human design transit that started on May 21st in Gate 20 now. So my intention for this video is to help you to understand this energy of Gate 20 now, how it will look, how it will feel, what you can reflect, journal, and affirm to use this energy to do the inner work, the shadow work as part of your self-discovery and healing to support your well-being, your health, your joy, and your prosperity. So grab your notebook or your journal and something to write with. Feel free to grab some tea and a candle, and let's get started. Welcome to Dvn Bluprnt, where we help you to awaken the divine design in you. Now, collectively, we are in an 8-year of wisdom, wealth, and power. Now, to attract any of these into your life and to their highest form, you have to be a vibrational match. And being a vibrational match means that you have to start assessing where you are energetically and start asking yourself, does my knowledge and my emotions match what I'm attracting? And if not, then doing your shadow work will help. Now, your shadow are those hard parts of yourself that you are very comfortable with and would prefer to ignore, but they're keeping you stuck and they're causing you to struggle. They're causing you to suffer and lack motivation, which is causing you to not attract that goodness that you are requiring in your life. By using these human design transits, it would allow you to consciously interact with the energy to help you to do the inner work, the shadow work, in a more focused way, to help you to bring up your energy levels, your frequency levels, to become that vibrational match that is needed. And here's how doing inner work, the shadow work, will help you. You see, it will help you to identify and break those old beliefs and old patterns that are depleting your energy and that are keeping you stuck, always struggling, and addicted to some form of suffering. As well as will help you to restore your energy and awaken higher levels of your DNA so that you can start attracting from a place of whole and well and get out of your addiction to being one-dimensional without any depth, which is causing you to suffer, live a life of worry, and live a life in misery. Now, when working with the energy of these transits, it is helpful for you to know your human design blueprint so that you can focus on healing your unique energetic blueprint. And if you're new to human design, we offer an in-depth human design reading to help you to get a foundation to understanding how your personal energy works so that you can learn how to manage it by making decisions and taking actions that are specifically to you. Now, we are all born with a unique way of using our energy, but society, our parents, our community, and etc. has encouraged us to use our energy the same way as everyone else. And this misuse is what's causing you to lack motivation. It's causing you to procrastinate, causing you to struggle, to feel stuck and shallow instead of being complete as your whole unique self. Now, it's important that you align yourself back to your energetic blueprint, which will allow you to call back your depleted energy to unify yourself so that you could be whole and well. So check out the link in the description box to learn how you can book your reading today. Now, starting on May 21st to May 26th, the Human Design Gate has shifted into Gate 20 now. Now, Gate 20 now sits in the Throat Center. This is the Manifestation and Expression Center, the home of the power of your choices and their consequences. Now, Gate 20 now is about releasing control, letting go, stop worrying about surviving, and living in the now, the present moment. This is due to you being sure because you trust that life will flow to you and that you will thrive. And this assurance allows you to relax and go with the flow. Now, the shadow side, Gate 20 now, can make you feel two ways. It can make you feel stuck in the mind, superficial, by either being absent or withdrawn or hectic, constantly moving to live in a false illusion of control. So let me explain what are shadows. Shadows are the beliefs that you have that are linked to some form of fear that causes you to either blame or shame. And these shadows make you believe that you are a victim, and they are keeping you in an addictive state of suffering and misery, a state of superficiality, living in a false illusion. And the fear associated with this belief is expressed through your emotional behaviors. And these behaviors may seem normal to you because you've constantly expressed them throughout your life, and your body feels very comfortable in that emotional state. But these beliefs and behaviors are what are causing you to feel unmotivated, and they're keeping you stuck. They're causing you to make poor decisions, and their consequences are what is causing you to struggle. And until you have the willpower to recognize these repeated patterns, the constant circling in your mind and their behaviors, you will continue to be their victim. Now, shadows are not bad. They're just a part of your spiritual growth and development. Their purpose is to help you to see different aspects of yourself that you are expressing that are not from a place of love. And these are the areas where you have given up your willpower, where you have shut down different parts of yourself and you're not living from an open heart. Now, in order to see these different aspects, you have to start recognizing what they look like so that you can start changing the beliefs, their patterns, and their behaviors. So let me explain how you would express these two shadow emotional behaviors in the energy of now, which shows up as a superficial energy. The first shadow behavior is absent, and this is a repressed inward emotion where you are withdrawn, you're frozen, and this is due to a deep fear, some form of shock that you've experienced, and this emotion shows up as a blank stare or being distant. Now, the second shadow behavior is hectic, and this is a reactive outward emotion where your mind is keeping you constantly moving, and you're needing to stay active to stay in control of the illusion. And this type of movement lacks awareness, and it becomes a harmful energy drainer. Now, the purpose of looking at these shadows is to see how you are expressing yourself when you're in the energy of superficial, so that you can align yourself to the highest vibration of now and restore your energy. So let's talk a little bit about now and before we get into reflecting and journaling. Now, the energy of now starts off with busyness, a constant busyness. This busyness is destructive because it lacks awareness, and this is due to the mind trying to stay in control of the false illusion that it has created to keep you stuck in a loop instead of being present in the moment. The mind only knows how to think in one way, and that is linear, and this linear thinking stops you from really experiencing life, keeping you being a victim of worry and superficiality instead of experiencing the now, the present moment. But the energy of now knows that the real control is when it surrenders its thinking from the mind and allows the body to feel into life, to trust, be patient, and flow with what it is feeling, what it is truly feeling, because it knows itself, it is sure of itself, and this assurance makes life lighter. Now, in the end, the energy of now just would like to relax, completely relax in the body and allow the divine to speak to it and through it in each moment. And as a result, it will speak what it requires into its reality. So let's take a moment to reflect and journal on the energy of gate 20 now and what is asking you to look at during this time to help you to become aware of your addiction of being one-dimensional, superficial, and living without any depth. So grab your journaling tools, and here are 6 journal prompts that you can start journaling on. 1. What challenges do you currently have where you're feeling out of control and causing you to stay constantly active? Why and how does it make you feel? 2. Does your beliefs regarding the challenge allow for the energy of now to flow in its natural stage of allowing self-assurance, the trusting, the patience, and the surrendering in order to get out of being superficial, one-dimensional? How or how not? 3. When and what situation in your life did your beliefs cause you to become absent, where you felt frozen in time due to the fear of losing control and saying the wrong thing? Why? How did it make you feel? What would you have to do going forward to ensure that you are not feeling absent and you're not shutting down your willpower? 4. When and what situation in your life did your beliefs cause you to feel like you had to be constantly active, where you felt like you had to make your life hectic in order to give the illusion that you are in control of what you are saying? Why? How does it make you feel? What would you have to do going forward to ensure that you are not feeling you have to be overactive and you're not shutting down your willpower? 5. What beliefs do you have to let go in order to start trusting life's natural flow of now, so that you can learn how to have self-assurance by trusting, having patience, and surrendering to the flow of life and divine will instead of getting stuck in the superficial one-dimensional stage? And last, 6. What action steps would you have to take to allow yourself to be sure and to sit in the present moment in order to move out of the superficiality, the one-dimensional, frozen, absent, and constant activity, which is causing you to suffer and live in misery and constant worry, so that you can move into full relaxation and allow the divine to guide your every move? What boundaries would you have to put in place in order to honor contributing your unique beauty? Now, setting boundaries are important because they help you to stay accountable for how you love, value, and honor yourself. They determine the level of trust you have within yourself, and as a result, you are mindful of how you give away your personal, mental, and emotional power so that you don't deplete your energy and that you are staying connected with your spiritual support team. Now, your boundaries should be helping you to make decisions, taking actions, and how you will no longer allow your mind to keep you in an illusionary state, being superficial because the layers of mask that you put on. Now, your boundaries job is to allow you to stay true to expressing your true self. And when you are expressing your true self, you are now in full, complete control and full, complete power. And you're using all of the energy that you were born with, your spiritual and physical energy, to create the life that you came here to experience. So take the time to think about what boundaries do you currently have in place and whether those boundaries are allowing you to stay connected and expressing your true self. Now, I have a 9-week training that focuses on building and strengthening your internal boundaries. And this training is to help you to drop the struggle, the addiction to some form of suffering, the procrastination, the lack of motivation, the things that are depleting your energy due to all the masks that you have agreed to put on because of the beliefs and the behaviors that you are expressing unconsciously and are experiencing their hard consequences. Now, these beliefs and behaviors have moved you further away from your soul's mission, vision, and values, which are all required when making decisions and taking actions. Now, when you are not aligned to your soul's mission, vision, and values, your life becomes chaotic and your spirit goes into a crisis, which results in you living your life with too many challenges. This is the suffering. This is the struggle that you are experiencing. And this training is about getting you back to your soul's mission, vision, and values so that you can live a life with pleasure, live a life with love, with peace, unity, and the pleasure of you, because this is a time for you. Now, to learn more about this training, you can click the A Time for You link in the description box. You can feel free to pause this video at this time to reflect and journal on what Gate 20 now is revealing to you during this transit. Now, since we all experience and express being one-dimensional superficiality differently, the energy of Gate 20 will affect us differently based on whether your throat is defined, undefined, or open, and this gate is either activated or not. And this is where your human design blueprint will help. You see, your human design blueprint holds your unique energetic blueprint, your unique expression, and the way your DNA, your genetics experience superficiality and self-assurance. This blueprint is your instructions on what is the best way to use your specific energy when interacting with the world, such as your relationships, your work, how you eat, how you learn, and so much more. And therefore, you can start to express now in its highest form. So if you haven't booked your reading today, then click the link in the description box to learn how. Now, when the throat is defined, you'll speak based on where your throat is connected to. So when the throat is connected to the ajna, which is your third eye, you'll speak from your mind. So it's best that you share when asked, since the energy of what you might say might make people feel judged. When the throat is connected to the spleen, you'll speak from your senses, your intuition, what you feel, and therefore it's best to share when asked, since the energy of what you might say may make people feel like a lack of awareness. when the throat is connected to your G center, your identity center, which is part of the heart, you'll speak from who you are. So it's best to share when asked, since the energy of what you might say can make people feel like you are comparing. When the throat is connected to the ego, the will, which is part of the heart, you'll speak from your ego about yourself, and therefore it's easy to start a conversation because people can relate to the energy of what you're saying. Now, when the throat is connected to the solar plex, you'll speak from your emotions, how you feel, and therefore you can easily start conversations because people can feel the energy of what you're saying. When the throat is connected to the sacral, you'll speak from how you work and what you relate to, and therefore it's best to share when asked, since the energy of what you might say may make people feel lazy and unrelatable. And last, when the throat is connected to the root, you'll speak from what you do, what moves you, and therefore you can easily start a conversation because people can understand and move to the energy of what you're saying. Now, when it's undefined and open, your throat energy is sporadic, and therefore you have boundaries in place to ensure that you don't burn out your thyroid or your voice or your throat because you're talking too much and you're taking on other people's energy. So it's best that you only share when asked so that you can take on the correct energy of who you're speaking to and their communication style. Now, when gate 20 now is activated, you'll speak who you are right now, what you can do right now, how you can contribute right now. You speak, I am. So take the time to learn your correct communication style so that when you are speaking, you're being seen, you're being heard, and you are declaring what you truly require. Now, to help you to tune into the energy of gate 20 now, your throat, and your personal willpower, then connecting with the thyroid will help. Now, the throat stores the emotional blockages of the words, the thoughts, the ideas, and or beliefs that you felt you could not express, where you felt like you had to hold back and you were silent. And the thyroid stores the emotional blockage of humiliation, and this humiliation could have caused you to feel rejected or helpless and stuck. So to connect with your thyroid, place both hands gently on the front part of your neck while asking yourself the following 4 questions. But before I get into the question, it is important that you have some form of grounding practice in place to help you to process any emotions that may come up while doing your inner work, because these questions are here to help you to uncover the layers of masks, the limiting beliefs that are keeping you from expressing your true you, and to help you to change those beliefs and behaviors that are associated with them so that you can express yourself freely. So here are the 4 questions that you can ask yourself while gently placing your hands on the front part of your neck. What choices have I made in the past where I felt rejected for speaking up that resulted in me staying active, hectic, to give the illusion that I was in control? What choices have I made in the past where I felt helpless, absent, frozen in time, and couldn't speak up? How did these choices cause me to feel humiliated and cause me to lose trust in my inner knowing? And last, what can I do to find peace in order to stay in the present moment to restore my power? Now feel free to pause this video to connect with the thyroid and the throat to see what it is revealing to you. Now last, to help you to connect with your spiritual support teams, such as your higher self, your ancestors, your guides, your angels, God, the divine, to help you with focusing on being whole and well. Here are some affirmations that you can say along with the journal prompts in the earlier part of this video. I am in the now, the moment, and fully connected with the divine. I accept myself, I accept the peace within, and I accept what each moment is revealing to me. I allow myself to flow with life because I have trust, I have patience, and I fully surrender to the moment. Therefore, life gives me with the experience my soul requires on its journey. Now feel free to say these affirmations as many times as you wish, or even create your own. to help you to awaken to who you truly are, to stay connected with your spiritual support team, and to help you to tap into the energy of Gate 20 now. Now, these transits, this energy is available for all of us to use if you choose to or not. And if you decide to use it as part of your self-discovery and healing to activate different levels of your DNA so that it can make yourself whole and well, then make sure you are following your human design strategy and authority. And if you haven't already booked your reading, then click the link in the description box to book your reading today. So during this time, stop trying to control life and live now in this Gate 20 now transit. Don't forget to like so that others can see and share, so that others can learn and heal. Subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you're notified when a new video has been posted. And feel free to leave a comment to let us know what Gate 20 now is revealing to you. Did you know that there's a wisdom that has been hidden deep inside? This wisdom is desiring to express itself, and we can help you uncover your inner wisdom with a human design reading. Our human design readings vary from a simple profile reading to advanced reading that focuses on aligning you to your soul vision and to awaken your divine blueprint. So if you are ready to uncover your inner wisdom, the link is in the description box. Now, let me leave you with this. Your divine blueprint is your original essence. It's who you truly are. Underneath all the disappointment, frustration, resentment, anger, and more, it's your true, authentic self. The ultimate goal is to express unconditional love and experience it. It starts with awareness of you, and leading with an open heart. So it's a perfect time to continue to awaken the divine design in you. See you in the next video.